Your body makes poison every single day, and without it, you'd be dead in minutes. But here's the twist. This same chemical that keeps you alive can, under the wrong conditions, turn against you and kill you. Today, we're diving deep into the science of this double-edged molecule. And by the end, you'll never think about your own biology the same way again. Picture yourself shrunken down to microscopic size, floating through your own bloodstream. Red blood cells rush past like tiny delivery trucks, each carrying oxygen. The walls around you, artery walls, are alive, lined with cells that constantly talk to each other through chemical signals. And among all these signals, one molecule stands out: nitric oxide. Simple, small, just one nitrogen atom bound to one oxygen atom. But don't underestimate it. This molecule can keep your heart beating, your brain thinking, and your muscles moving, or can bring all of that to a screeching halt. This is not science fiction, it's happening inside you right now. And the way your body controls, it is a masterclass in biological precision. Meet nitric oxide. Despite its tiny size, it plays an enormous role in your survival. In fact, scientists once thought gases couldn't act as biological signals. They were too unstable, too fleeting. But nitric oxide proved them wrong. The story begins in your endothelium, the delicate layer of cells that lines every blood vessel in your body. These cells are like sentinels, constantly scanning for changes. Are your muscles working harder? Is your brain demanding more oxygen? Are you in danger? When the answer is yes, these endothelial cells activate an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase, which takes the amino acid L-arginine and transforms it into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide doesn't waste time. It diffuses, slips straight through cell membranes, and tells the smooth muscle cells wrapped around your arteries to relax. This relaxation widens the blood vessels in a process called vasodilation, allowing more blood to rush through. You've felt this in action before. When you go for a run and your muscles swell with blood, when your face turns pink in the cold, when your heart pounds during excitement, that's nitric oxide helping your body respond instantly to changing needs. In your nervous system, nitric oxide is also a messenger, though a very unusual one. Unlike other neurotransmitters that are stored in vesicles and released in neat packages, nitric oxide is made on demand, diffusing freely to nearby neurons. It's like a quick, invisible whisper between nerve cells. And in your immune system, nitric oxide is a weapon. Certain white blood cells produce it to kill invading bacteria or even tumor cells. So in one sense, nitric oxide is a lifesaver, keeping your tissues nourished, your brain alert, and your body defended. But here's where the story turns dark. Like any powerful tool, nitric oxide can become dangerous if its production gets out of control. Take septic shock as an example. When your body is fighting a severe infection, immune cells may unleash a flood of nitric oxide in an attempt to wipe out bacteria. But too much nitric oxide can cause your blood vessels to dilate all at once, dropping your blood pressure to life-threatening levels. Organs begin to shut down, and without rapid medical intervention, it can be fatal. The same thing can happen with certain poisons, environmental exposures, or drug overdoses. Even inhaling too much nitrogen dioxide or related compound can damage your lungs and cause death. And then there's nitric oxide's hidden assassin, peroxynitrite. When nitric oxide reacts with another molecule called superoxide, it forms peroxynitrite, one of the most damaging compounds your body can produce. Peroxynitrite attacks proteins, fats, and even DNA, contributing to diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and certain forms of cancer. This is why more nitric oxide isn't always better. You might see supplements claiming to boost nitric oxide for unlimited energy, but your body actually works hard to keep its levels in a very narrow range. Too little, and your blood vessels can't relax properly. Too much, and the damage can be catastrophic. Even history tells us how dangerous this molecule can be. Nitric oxide is a close cousin to nitrogen dioxide, one of the toxic gases produced during combustion and industrial processes. And in the world of explosives, compounds like nitroglycerin release nitric oxide in the body, which, ironically, is why nitroglycerin has been used for over a century to treat chest pain. Yes, the same chemical reaction behind an explosion can also save a human life. Here's the uplifting part: humanity has learned how to harness nitric oxide's power for good. In hospitals, inhaled nitric oxide is used to treat newborn babies who can't get enough oxygen because of high blood pressure in the lungs. Within minutes, it can open up blood vessels in the lungs and save a life. For heart patients, drugs that release nitric oxide can ease chest pain, improve blood flow, and reduce the workload on the heart. Athletes tap into its benefits naturally through diet. Foods rich in nitrates like beets, spinach, and arugula can increase nitric oxide production, improving endurance and performance. Even moderate exercise itself boosts your body's nitric oxide levels, which is part of why staying active is so critical for cardiovascular health. Researchers are exploring nitric oxide in cutting-edge medicine. It's being studied for Alzheimer's disease, erectile dysfunction, chronic wounds, and even as a cancer treatment. One experimental therapy uses nitric oxide to make tumor blood vessels more leaky, allowing chemotherapy drugs to penetrate more effectively. All of this shows just how versatile this molecule is, one that's measured in billionths of gram, yet determines whether you thrive, struggle, or survive. Nitric oxide's story is a reminder of one of biology's oldest lessons: the dose makes the poison. The same molecule that fuels your life can also end it. But nitric oxide isn't the only microscopic powerhouse in your body. In fact, there's another structure hidden inside every cell that's just as remarkable and just as dangerous. It's a self-destructing cleanup crew that can recycle your cell's trash, or, if things go wrong, destroy the entire cell. In our next video, we'll explore your cell's hidden weapon, the science of lysosomes. Once you understand them, you'll see your own biology in a completely new light.